Our TA is ready. Simba is here. So today is a yin yoga session. So my theme today is to open the well, lower body. Yesterday we did something about the upper body. So yin is great for releasing lower body and hip region tension. And as we know, hip regions store a lot of emotions. Sometimes we're not aware of, but it's magical when you release tension from the hip region, and some emotions can be also released. So first of all, let's just sit for a few minutes of breathing, as always. So sit easy, cross-legged, just feeling your whole body stacked down or your spine straight. And you can keep your eyes softly open as to this open eye meditation. There's really nothing to focus on or just to stare, but a soft gaze. And then if your palms haven't been facing up, keep your palm facing up. And let's just start to quiet the mind. Maybe you've gone through a day that's in California, and maybe you just woke up, and maybe you have dreams. So let's just quiet the mind. Let's take a few conscious breaths here. So if you can, do the belly, rib cage, and the chest breathing all the way deep, and breathing out all the way to your belly, tuck in, get deep inhale and exhale. So let's do that. You're ready, exhale all out. Inhale, belly open, chest open, all the way to the crown. And then exhale, slowly, chest in, belly in. Now do it at your own pace. Use your ujjayi breath. Slightly constrict the back of your throat. Have that audible ha sound only to you. Now for the next 3 breaths, when you breathe all the way to the top of your crown, hold your breath for just 2 seconds and observe that space between inhale and exhale, just for the next 3 breaths. And then for the next 3 breaths, hold your breath on the exhale and observe the space between the exhale and inhale. When you exhale all out, slightly tuck your chin toward your chest and to have that chin lock on the exhale, only for the hold. When you inhale again, keep your chin parallel to the floor. When you finish, just come to your normal breathing. Keep your eyes closed softly. Relax your shoulders, relax your chest, relax your belly. Let your hips be heavy, knees far away from each other. Relax your ankles and feet. And palms together in front of heart. Base of your thumbs press against your chest bones. Let's take this opportunity to set an intention for today's practice. So let's release some tension from our hips and release some emotions by releasing physical tension from the hips. So set an intention such that it's for your emotional well-being. Make a positive statement for your emotional well-being and say that 3 times in your heart. For example, you can say, I am emotionally strong. I am emotionally available. Just pick something that suits you. Good. Now let's take one deep breath for the sound of Om together. Inhale for Om. Om. Now release your hands to your knees and thighs and gently open your eyes. Okay, so let's first start by butterfly. So it will release some tension from our hips. So sit your soles of feet together. And this is a yin pose, so we will be very relaxed. And wherever your hips are, like for example, right now my hips are really tight. And then just walk your fingertips forward. Use a block if you have to support your forehead. Just put wherever you can support your forehead and relax your neck and head onto the block. We'll stay here for 3 minutes. So we'll stay for extended time for yin. And be sure you have this relaxation when you start, but also feel a little bit edge. At the very beginning, let's take just 3 conscious breaths. It doesn't have to be very deep. Just breathe in. Just feeling a little bit expansion, and breathe out. Relax your body completely. Just sense the contrast of expansion and relaxation. After you finish 3 breaths, just relax here.
can close your eyes for all practice today when you're in a pose. And just see if you can relax your shoulders and neck 5 more percent. Maybe you want to switch the block height because now you can go a little bit further. Just try and explore your own body. Now maybe you can lower down your block once more, or lower down whatever you have and observe your body. Maybe it's your inner thighs, your groin area, or maybe it's your lower back. See if you can relax your shoulders and neck 5 more percent. Anytime in the pose when you feel it's too much for you, then you can always back off. Nothing is easy if you have to hold for a long time. As we probably realize in our daily life, anything persistent, consistent is not easy. And slowly use your palms to push yourself back to seated. It's really, really slow, like a sloth. Take 10 counts. Head come up last. And then you can put your block away. Now we do a side bend to use your hand to lift your right leg and straighten your right leg. And now put your
left leg out, so wide-legged. We'll do wide-legged forward fold. And usually I want to sit on the little stack of blanket, so my hips will be able to rolling forward a little bit instead of back being curved. So same, use your blocks to support your forehead. So just make sure your legs are comfortably extended. You can slightly bend your knees and just to check if that's more comfortable. Now try to walk your fingertips forward. As far as you feel comfortable enough, you probably will feel this edge by the inner thigh already. And then keep your props to support your forehead. You can also use a bolster if your forehead is much further, so you can hug a bolster. And if that's enough for you today, stay there. It's not a competition either to yourself nor to anyone else. So just do whatever is comfortable. So for now, I have a block and a bolster. Just feeling comfortable and relax. See if you can take 3 conscious breaths. Just like before, observe your body. Where does your body have the sensation when you have the inhale? Recognize that. And so on the exhale, relax that part. Now state your Sankalpa again to remind yourself today's practice is for emotional release, emotional well-being. Now maybe slowly you can lower down your props to get a little bit deeper into the pose. Just realize the effect.
Now slowly, slowly put your palms onto the floor and get yourself back up.
And then we'll do a twist right here, right on the right leg. So just turn your belly chest to the right. Put your left hand outside of your right thigh and right hand behind your buttocks. And keep your spine straight. Just stay here for 5 breaths. And then slowly turn back to center. And then switch sides. Put your right hand outside of left thigh, left hand behind your buttocks. Turn your belly chest to the left and look over to your left shoulder. Keep your spine straight. Just a relaxed kind of twist. Not much effort. And then slowly come back to center. Now we're gonna go to the cow face pose. So bend your both knees. Come to your knees. Now put your right leg on top of left, and then part your feet away, and then slowly sit back your sit bones onto the floor between your feet heels. So your right knee is on top of left knee, stacked, and your feet are right by your hips, and supposedly your both hips are on the floor, squared, and I have some issues, so I need to actually put a bit of blanket on my right hip. So my both hip sit bones are on the floor now. And now put your right hand on right knee. You probably will feel the outer hip stretch already. Left hand on right hand. And just stay here. Keep your crown toward the sky. Relax your shoulders. Relax your belly. Let your hips be heavy. If you do have a big gap between your knees, you can always use a block to support so that your knees are supported and your hips are completely sitting on the mat. So right now I'm using the block under my left knee. You can also use the block between your knees if that's the case. So I feel it's better if it's on the block, on the floor. If there's any emotion come up, just say, it's okay. I recognize you. When we practice yoga, we train our brain to be agile. So we are no longer react to situations, we respond. When we respond, we can be reasonable. When we react, it's usually emotional. So train our brain to be emotionally equipped to deal with the world. For the time being in the US, there's presidential election. And sometimes I find myself reacting to certain statements. That's reaction. I became emotionally charged. But I don't have to be angry just because someone else said something I don't like. All the responses, the emotions coming from ourselves. So we practice yoga to understand ourselves and to be a responsible human being for our own emotion that arise even in situations externally. Now relax your calf muscles, just 5 more percent. Relax your knees, relax your thighs. Now for the next 1 minute, walk your fingertips forward and just get your chest to your right knee, forehead over the right knee. Is feeling a little bit deeper into the pose on the outer hip stretch. Completely relax your hips. Maybe just come to your elbows so your forearms are on the parallel 11. Feeling that sensation. Melt your chest to your right knee a little more. Just recognize again that deep, deep sensation. And tell your outer hip, say, I love you. I care about you. And slowly push your palms so you come back to center. And then come back to your knees and we switch sides. Do it very gently and slowly because we're on the yin pose. So when you switch, even be slow motion. Now left knee on top of right and then slowly sit back. Left hand on top of left knee, right hand on top of left hand. And just sit back, relax your belly, relax your shoulders, and keep your crown toward the sky. And gently close your eyes. Now recite your Sankalpa again in your heart. Now try to relax your calf muscles 5 more percent. Relax your knees and thighs. Now for the next minute, walk your fingers on the floor forward and just as far as you can to melt your chest to the left thigh, left knee, palms on the floor and forehead over your left knee. And now maybe put your elbows on the floor. Just relax your hips completely and feeling that sensation of deep stretch. Recognize everyone is different, and also the two sides of yourself might be different. So this is what we can say the most intimate diversity we experience in life. The difference of ourselves, left and right. So we embrace diversity by embrace the difference in our own body. That's a good start. And melt your chest a little more to your left thigh. And slowly push your palms and come back to center. And unwind. You can come to your knees to unwind. And then just sit on Vajrasana. Your thighs parallel, sit in between your heels. Just stay here for 1 moment. Keep your spine straight. Breathe in one line from the tip of your tailbone all the way to the crown of your head. Release the tension of the hips. All right. So now let's move on to another type of hip stretch. So this hip stretch, we do it with belt. So if you have a belt, you need a belt and 2 blocks. So we put the blocks on the side. So basically we'll do the straight leg. So come to your back and put blocks handy and keep your legs on the floor first. And then loop the belt on your right foot, just under the ball of foot. And now slowly straighten your right knee. Use your both hands. So now we do just a few movements. On the inhale, keep your foot toward the ceiling and sit down your right hip toward the mat. And on the exhale, pull it toward your chest, just slightly. And now you feel a little bit of stretch on the hamstring. Just do that 3 to 5 times. And now put your belt on the right hand and then release your right leg toward the right. So use the block under your right thigh or right knee to give it a help if your hips are tight like me. And now use your left hand, just put it on your left hip. And this is an open hip posture. And use your right hand to just slightly, not too much force, to keep the belt in hand. So stay here. And try to gauge if you can keep your left hip like completely on the mat. If it's not, then maybe you need to have the block a little higher so that your right leg is a little higher, so your both buttocks are on the floor. So make sure there's no strain. Whichever you feel the openness is the best. So relax here. Now stay your sankalpa. Now take 3 conscious breaths. Every inhale, recognize the part of your body has a bit of lengthen, a bit of expansion. On the exhale, just relax that part of your body. It might be the front of your hips, or maybe it's your inner thigh, or maybe it's even the knees, inner knee. Relax your neck, relax your shoulders. And see if you can relax your right leg just 5 more percent, especially your calf muscles.
Now bend your right knee and guide your right leg back to center. And then put the belt on the left hand. Now guide your right leg toward the left. Maybe it lands on the block. Maybe it lands on the floor. And keep the belt on the left hand. And your right hip will come up on top of left. That's fine. Now keep your shoulders, both shoulders on the floor. Extend your right arm out to the right and look toward your right thumbs. This is a really good outer hip stretch right above your buttocks. So everyone is a bit different. So just the outer hip stretch close to your lower back and your waist. And just take 3 conscious breathing. Recognize the part in your body. Have that expansion when you inhale. And then on the exhale, relax it. See if you can relax your shoulders 5 more percent. And then slowly turn your head to the left. Bend your right knee close to your chest and then guide it back to the center. And now switch sides. So lower down your right foot and put your loop around your left foot under the ball of your foot. And then we do a few movements. So inhale, extend your leg toward the ceiling and left sit bone down to the mat. And exhale, pull your left foot toward your head. Inhale, back straight. Exhale, pull. Inhale, extend. Exhale, pull. 2 more times. Inhale, extend. Exhale, pull. Inhale, extend. Exhale, pull. Now come back to center. Keep the belt on the left hand. Just let your left leg fall to the left. So use your block to support. Now put your right hand on the right hip and just keep your both shoulders on the floor, both buttocks on the floor, and stay relaxed here. First, relax your neck and then relax your shoulders. Now stay your Sankalpa one more time. Now take 3 conscious breaths. Every inhale, feeling that expansion of your body, and recognize it. On the exhale, relax it. Recognize any difference of your 2 sides and embrace it.
See if you can relax your left calf muscles a little more and your left knee. And relax your right hip. Now slowly bend your left knee and use your hand to guide your left leg back to center. Then straighten your knees, left knee again. Put your belt on the right hand and guide your left leg to the right. Slowly until your left leg are on the prop or on the floor. Now turn your torso, your both shoulders are on the floor. Extend your left arm to the left and look toward your left thumb. Now completely relax your left hip. Completely relax it. Now take 3 conscious breathing. Inhale, recognize that sensation, the region, and exhale, relax it. Our muscles, fascia, can be most rejuvenated while it's in a relaxed state. And relax your left calf muscles, 5 more percent. Your left knee, left thigh. And relax your left hip as well as your right hip. And slowly bend your left knee and then guide your left leg back to your chest. And then extend your left leg again. And slowly take your belt out of the foot. Now, when time goes fast, that means we're having fun. The last one I would like to do is basically bounded angel pose with supported bolster. So use your bolster to the back, and if you do have a blanket, I would also like to recommend using the blanket for a little bit neck pillow. So you're in this super supported pose, and your blocks will be supporting your thighs when you're in a butterfly pose. So keep your soles of feet together. Oh, kitty, you're kind of in the way. And use the blocks to support your outer thigh or knees. And then just lean back to your bolster. Adjust your neck pillow to keep your neck completely supported on the neck pillow. And adjust your blocks any way you want. Keep your arms wide open. So it's not only a hip opener, but also a chest opener. It's a very good yin pose. I will stay here for just 3 more minutes and then come to Shavasana from here. Now take 3 conscious breaths. Realize in your body the area that has expansion on the inhale. And then on the exhale, relax it. And now state your sankalpa in your heart. You're welcome to stay here as an alternative to Shavasana. Otherwise, if you're ready, you can use your hands to close your knees together and feet on the floor, and let your feet be mat width apart and knees fall into each other. And then slowly roll onto one side. You can get rid of the props for a normal Shavasana. Do whatever you feel the best. Stay here stay in Shavasana for at least another 5 to 10 minutes. And when you get out, just be slow and gentle. Thank you all for being here. Your presence is the best gift. Sending you love and light from my heart to yours through the internet. I wish you well. I wish you happy. And I wish you free from suffering. Namaste.